Hello student, in this video we will study about the other topic of the natural resources. In the previous video we see the types of the solar cooker and disadvantage and the advantage of it. In this video we will study about the solar water heater. Let's see how it's work and what is the mechanism for the heating effect. Here you can see in the figure there is given the figure of solar water heater. In that it contains an insulated box. It is painted as a black color from the inside, as we know that the black color that absorbs the maximum light of the sun. That's why we painted a black color from inside, and the coils which is made up by the copper which is placed, and these tubes are also painted with the black color from the outside, and then this box is covered by the glass sheet which is help to the prevent the loss of the heat. Here the two ends of the pipes which is joined with the storage tank, and from where we can get the hot water. Here you can see in the figure, this is the first plate collector, and this is the anti-fluid in the collector tube loop only, and this is the coil shape which is made up by the copper, and the solar storage backup water heater. This is called the solar storage, or you can say the backup water of heater. And from that two pipes are arrives. That is one, from that the cold water get inside this solar storage, and another one that is of pipe by which we can get the hot water. In this solar water heater, you have to write down mainly three things. One that is of copper tube, second one that is one insulated box which is painted by the black color, and tubes that is also colored by the black color, so the maximum heat can be absorbed, and the glass, that is the main function of glass to trap the heat. And the next, that is a fresh fresh tap water. Here I can show you that the cold water that is get inside from the pipe, then it is flow into the this one, that the copper tube in the box, and when flowing through a tube it is gets heated, and then after this heat water that is go to the our whatever the uses purpose. This collected at the top of the tank, as the density of hot water is always lesser as compared to cold water, because it is containing more heat. That's why it is lesser in density, so we can easily get it upside. Now the next one, that is of solar cell. It is the cell that converts the solar energy into the electric energy. So we consider this as a solar energy. Here you can see in this solar energy some panels by which is used. These panels are containing solars, known as a solar cell panel, and it is made by the silicon. Now let's see how it is made. It is made of a semiconductor which is known as a germanium, and in that there is so many solar cell which is interconnected, or you can say it is attached in a series by means of the wire to form a solar cell panel, and which is produce a desirable voltage. The electric energy thus the produce is used to be a various tasks as shown in the figure, and which is whatever the energy, sun energy is generated, that is stored, and then after it is used for the various purpose. Now let's see the advantages of the solar cell. It is a safe, it is a cheap, noiseless and source of energy, and it is low maintenance cost and sustainable. Or it is also used where the rural area, or you can say where the electricity, it is hard to proceed. At that areas we can easily keep this kind of portable device to get the electricity. Now let's see the uses of the solar cell. It is used for the providing the electricity. It is used to street light, calculators, provide a light where the otherwise availability of the light is not possible, like a rural area, as I told you. Now the next type of the energy, that is energy obtained from the sea. The periodic rise or the fall in the water level occupying twice in each lunar day are cold tides. By the high tides and the low tides, there is a difference between the level of the water. So by using this difference, we get the energy. So we consider as a tide energy. These tides are formed due to the gravitational force of the moon and the sun on the ocean's water. And this different level of tides result in the ocean the thermal energy. Here you can see in the figure, there is a difference between the water level, that is high water level, and then after it is fall onto the turbine, and this turbine that is connected with the generator, and by which we can get the energy. For the enhancing its energy, the tidal dam is construction, and the ocean water is trapped into the barrier. This water is then allowed to fall on the turbine, and which is converted this kinetic energy of flowing water into the mechanical energy. And this mechanical energy by the generator we are converting it to the electric energy, and this electric energy we are using for the different purpose. Here you can see in the figure that the high level of water which is stored in the tidal dam, and then after it is flow on the turbine. Now let's see the limitation of the tidal energy. The difference in the level of the tides should be about the 3 meter, then and then we can get the energy. And as we know that the tides are not formed always, and it may occur that the level of the tides is not more than the 3 meter in every time. Now the next types of energy, that is of ocean thermal energy. As the solar radiation which is fall directly to the upper layer of the oceans, so it become a heat, or you can say the upper layer of the oceans that is hotter than the lower layer of the water. So due to this reason, there is a changes occur in the temperature in the both the level. In this warm surface water is used to boil ammonia, which substance ammonia, and the vapors of this ammonia are then used for the running turbine, and then due to the turbine the generator is also rotated, so we can easily get the energy. And system can be operated 24 hours in the day. The advantage of the OTEC means the ocean thermal energy plant over a tidal energy is that we don't have to wait for a tides to form. Here given the comparison between the tidal energy and the ocean thermal energy, as we know that the tidal energy, it is uncertain, it is depend on the tides. It's not necessary that every time this tide is occur. So from the ocean energy, it is have advantage than the tidal energy, because we can use, or we can operate this 24 hours in the day. Here you can see in the figure there is a difference between the temperature. By using this temperature, use the ammonia, and this ammonia is vaporized, and this vapor we are using to rotate the turbine, and while the rotating of the turbine, this directly connected with the generator, or we get energy. Now the next type of energy, that is of geothermal energy. It is the thermal energy generated by the earth core. Under the earth's surface, there is a many kinds of hot spots are present at the certain place. These hot spots is actually have a water and the hot rock called the magma. Due to the direct contact with this kind of hot rocks, the water which is surrounded it is also get heated. Actually, the deeper region are the quite hot. This heat melts the rock, that is we know as a magma, and this magma is pushed up due to the some geological change, and whatever the water which is directly connect with this magma, it is also become a hot. So this magma collects below the surface of the earth, that called the hot spot. Now the under the water is the contact with the hot spot turns into the stream. The streams is trapped between the rock due to the it gets compressed due to the high pressure, and this stream is extracted by the shrinking pipes through the holes drills up to the hot spot, and the streams come up with the high pressure, and it get utilized to turn the turbine and the electric generator. The well famous hot spot in our Gujarat, that is Unai, Tulsi Shams, these are the example of the hot spots. Now let's see the advantages of the geothermal energy. It can be operated around a clock. It is eco-friendly. It is a renewable source of energy, and we can easily operate it with the half of the cost, and producing the electricity by the burning coal. Here the comparison between the burning coal and this geothermal energy. The cost is half. Now let's see the limitation. It is difficult to locate a hot spot, and the hot spot are not present everywhere. It is only present in some of the areas only. Now the next point, that is of nuclear energy. It is an energy which is possessed by the nucleus of the atom, and it is the process due to which the energy of the nucleus is released. This energy we can utilize by the two-way, nuclear fission and the nuclear fusion. What is the difference between that we will study. Here in the figure you can see the nuclear fissions are given. What happened into that? The neutron which is targeted to the nucleus of the atom, and then due to this bombardment, this bigger nucleus is divided into the two types, or you can say 2 or 3 times. While this process, it's release a tremendous amount of the energy, whereas in a nuclear fusion, the atoms are joined together. Due to the joining up together, it is also release the energy. It is a reaction in which the energy is released when a bigger nucleus which is split into the 2 or more than 2 nuclei, that is called the nuclear fission. While this process, as I told you, the tremendous amount of the energy released. The next type, here you can see in the figure, here the one bigger nucleus are there, and due to the bombardment of it, this bigger nucleus is divided into the 2 or more than 2 types. And then while this process, the energy is released. Now the next type of the fission, that is we called as a nuclear fusion. In the nuclear fission, The energy, now let's see the another type, that is nuclear fusion. In that the two or more than two nucleus are joined with each other and form the energy. The energy released per the fission is a 200 mega electric watt. But generally the fission reaction is uncontrolled, due to which its energy can't be used for the constructive purpose. But if we want to control it in a very careful manner, we can use it. For the control of this reaction, the nuclear reaction, which is designed as such a way, so after a fission process takes place, it is controlled by the nuclear reactor. And by this controlling manner of the energy that we can use. If it is an uncontrolled one, then there is no meaning of this kind of energy, because as I told you, it is after the fusion, the whatever the energy is generated, it is a tremendous, and which we can use in several ways, for the electricity, for the industry purpose, etc. Here the figure of the nucleus reactor are given. Here you can see the fuel which is placed into the one tank, and where the uranium 235, which is used for the nuclear fission process. It is a device which is used to make an uncontrolled fusion controlled, that is known as a nuclear reactor. In it, the controlling of the rods are used, which is absorb whatever the extra neutrons are liberated from the fusion process, so that the reaction of the this process, it is not continuous, or you can say it is not continue in the chain form. So we can control it, or you can say we can control that further fission process. These rods are made of the candium and the boron. If they ask by which material, by which rod we can stop, or you can say the control the fission process, then the answer is we can use the rod of candium and the boron for the control the fission process, nuclear fission process. Here you can see that whatever the energy is released, that we are using for the electricity. Now the next one, here you can see how it is exactly work. Also in it, heavy water, it is used that the slow down the speed of the fast moving neutrons, so that they can collide effectively with the fuel rod. And the coolant is used that they absorb the heat energy which is liberated by the fission reaction, and the most of the time it is a liquid sodium which is we are further used. Now the next process, one that is we see the fission process. Now the another process, that is of nuclear fusion process. In the nuclear fusion process, the two smaller nuclei are react with each other and form the bigger nucleus. And while this process also, the maximum amount of the energy is released. And as we know that the sun, which is formed by the nuclear fusions, in that the hydrogen atom are fused with each other and form the helium, and due to the production of the helium, the light and the heat is generated. Now the safety measurement to be taken during the nuclear fusion and the fission, the lead container are used for the keep radioactive elements. The worker they have, or you can say they must wear the lead apron and the special design suits, and they are well insulated in the chamber made of the glass, because as we know that the nuclear fission, it is very release the very harmful substance, and it may cause the mutation in the gene as well. Let's see the hazardous effects of the nuclear radiation. As I told you that it is cause the genetic disorder as well. Here you can see in the figure. The disposal of the nuclear waste is the biggest problem, because if it is release any kind of nuclear waste, or you can say nuclear radiation, then it is create the quite problem. There is a risk of the accidental leakage. It is a high cost to installation and the limited availability of the nuclear fuel like uranium. These all are the disadvantage, or you can say the hazards of the nuclear radiation. Here you can see it may be cause mutation in the skin gene, or might be cause the loss of the eye vision, and due to the mutation in the gene, the handicap or whatever the things due to the gene mutation that may be arise. Now the advantages of the nuclear energy. It is produced, as I told you, it is produce a tremendous amount of energy rather than any natural resources. There is no need to feed the fuel again and again, and the fuel once we feed is used for the much longer period, and the energy that is compared to other, that is of very high amount. So these are the advantages. Now let's see some question answer related to this topic. What kind of mirror, concave, convex or a plane would be best suited for use in the solar cooker? Why? As we see, the large size of concave mirror are the best suit for the solar cooker. Why? Because they focus the large amount of the solar radiation in the small surface at a one point. So we can easily focus the energy at where we have to cook the food. Now the next question, that is of what are the limitation of the energy that can be obtained from the oceans? As we see, there are different kinds of energy we can obtain from the energy, like wave energy, tidal energy, ocean thermal energy. These all are the sources by which these all are the ocean sources by which we can get the energy, and by the constructing dam as well we can get the energy. The cost of the installation of the powerhouse is extremely high, and the efficiency of the plants is comparatively small. The power plants built the ocean at the seashores will need high continuous maintenance, as a chance for the corrosion are the extremely high. What is the meaning of corrosion? Corrosion because it is a directly contact with the water, so we have to maintain it well, otherwise the material of the plants will be corroded. Now the next question, that is of what are the advantages of the nuclear energy? It's quite fast. So now what are the advantage of the nuclear energy? The main advantage of nuclear energy, that is for a given mass of the fuel consumed, the amount of energy that is extraordinary large, or you can say the tremendous amount of energy we can get. And another advantage is that the nuclear power plants can be designed and constructed at any place if proper precautions are taken while running a nuclear power plants. A major fraction of the energy needed can be obtained from the nuclear energy. And the another one that is it is also a chain process, so no need to fill fuel in such a time. So these are the advantages of the nuclear energy. Now the next one, that is name two energy sources that you would consider to be a renewable. Give reason for your choice. Then the answer is solar energy, wind energy, ocean energy are the example of the renewable energy due to the following reason. As we know, it is a availability, that is a plenty, and it is a came from the natural environment, and the continuous current energy, so we can use it. If we are using one time, then it is not exhausted, we can use it again and again. Another thing, that is eco-friendly, it does not cause any kind of the pollution. Another one, this energy source will be depleted because their supply is large and the extraction of the usable energy from this source is negligible, so we can use it again and again. Now the next question, state the advantages of the obtaining biogas from the animal dung and the biomass. As we know that biogas is the efficient source of the energy having a high thermal efficiency. It is also used for the electricity, also used for the cooking. It does not leave any residue after the burning. Whatever the slurry that is left from the biogas plant, it is also we can use as a manure in our field. And that manure, it's contain the high amount of the nitrogen as well as the phosphorus, so it is do the function of the fertilizer, or you can say the good manure. Now the next question, that is describe the working of a fixed dome type biogas plant. The slurry of the animal's dung and the water is mixed into the tank, or you can say the mixing tank, and then after it is fed into the digester tank. In this digester, the action of microorganism decompose this complex structure into the simple form of the structure. While this process, the gas is generated at the upper parts of the chamber, or you can say while this complete degradation, the gas is generated, that is known as a biogas, and this biogas can be supplied to the consumer through the pipe, and whatever the slurry which is left into the digester, we can use as a form of manure. Now next question, describe the working principle of the OTEC power plant. What is the special advantage? For the operating an ocean thermal energy conversion, OTEC means the ocean thermal energy conversion power plant. There is a temperature difference of the 200 degrees Celsius or more than, or you can say between the two water surface. The upper portion, or you can say the ocean which is direct layer of the water which is direct contact with the sun, and the below the water level which is cool as compared to the upper layer. So the water at the depth up to the 2000 meter, the warm surface water which is used for the boil of ammonia, and this boiling of the ammonia, by applying this temperature, this ammonia is converted into the vapor form, and this vapor is used for the rotating of the turbine, and this turbine is attached with the generator, and by the generator we can produce the energy. And the cold water, again we will pump it out to the oceans. So these are the working principle of the OTEC power plant. Now the next question, that is of if asked that write down the advantages of it, then you can write down that the OTEC power that we can use 24 hours, and it is better than the tidal energy, because tidal energy is uncertain, while OTEC we can use 24 hours and it is a certain and easy establishment. So these are the advantages of. Now let's see the first figure of this chapter. If the ask, write down the biomass and also describe the biogas plant and what is the biogas or how you can obtain, then you have to draw the figure of the biogas plant. In that, first of all, we have to draw the slurry tank, or you can say the mixing tank over here. That also in that we will add the cow dung or animals dung and along with the water. Here we mix these dung, cow dungs and the water proper in the mixing slurry, making the slurry in this mixing tank, or you can say the slurry tank. After that slurry, that is passed through the a gas tank, or you can say this tank is also known as the digester tank. Why it is called the digester tank? Because here the digestion process means the you can say the fermentation processes occur. Here due to the anaerobic respiration, the microorganism is present which is transfer this complex substance into the simple structure. During this process, whatever the processes occur during the anaerobic condition, some gas is released. This gas are collected the upper portion of the digester tank. Here you can, where the gas tank is written, at that the gas is collected. Then after the above these digester, one outlet is there from which the gas is obtained and which is carried to the different purpose like a cooking, for the generating of the electricity, etc. Whatever the waste material is there, that is further on carried out by the outlet and stored into the manure or fertilizer tank, which is further used for the field work, or you can say the as a manure or a fertilizer in the field for the plant. The main component which is main gas which is collected over the digester tank, that is of methane, and it is the main constituent of the biogas. And whatever the manure we get, that consists of nitrogen and the phosphorus, which is work as a fertilizer and which is very useful for the plant growth. So we are using that as a manure. I hope you understand this biogas plant. Now we will see the next figure, that is of a solar cooker. It is a box like structure, you can see. In that you have to mention three things. One, that is of wooden box, and in that four, or you can, here only one is that is black color container. Here you can see black color container, and this is a glass sheet which is have to trap the heat inside the solar cooker. And here this is a inner metallic box and over that lid the plain mirror is there, which is useful to collect the sun rays, and it is used for the focusing the heat at the any one point, so we can easily cook our food. Here this is the structure of the solar cooker. Now next figure, that is of a concave mirror containing solar cooker, how it is work, that we will see. In that you can see one concave reflector which is using for the solar cooker. Here this is the one concave type of mirror which is we can use as a reflector, and it is a conversing so that collect all the focus of the lights at one particular place, or you can say at the solar cooker, so we can easily cook the food. Here you can see the cooker containing a food placed at the focus of the reflector. We have to keep this cooker at the focus of the reflector, means whatever the concave reflector focus that ray here, that place we have to keep this solar cooker. So this is the spherical reflector type of solar cooker. If asked in the examination that write down the solar cooker, so you have to write down the both the type, simple one and this spherical reflector type of solar cooker. Its working mechanism, advantage and the disadvantage. Now let's see the next type of source of energy, that is of hydrothermal power plant. In that we can obtain the hydroelectricity. For that we have to draw the receiver, dam, turbine, generator, you can say the transformer. Here you can see when the receiver is present, and above this receiver we construct the dam, and by the dam we flow this water on the turbine. So due to the flow of the turbine, this turbine is rotate, and after the rotating, the flow of water, or you can say the rest of the water, that is also go to the receiver back. And this turbine which is attached with the generator, you can say the transformer, which is convert this kinetic energy into mechanical energy, and this turbine, again this mechanical energy is converted into the electric energy by the generator, you can say the transformer, and then after these energies carry out for the different purpose. Now let's see the nuclear energy, how the nuclear power plants construction is there and the mechanism. Here you can see in the containment structure, in that using two rods, these both are the rods that is denoted over here, that is called the control rod, that we already see in the nuclear fission and fusion process, that the control rods, they control the reaction of the nuclear fusion and the fission, and this is called the reactor vessels, where the reaction of the fusion and fission takes place. Now then after, whatever the energy which is released, that is used in the form of, that is in form of steam, and this steam we are using to rotate the turbine, and then after by the using this turbine, it is attached with the generator, and this generator is converted this energy into the electric energy, and then which is used for the different purpose. And whatever the rest of the water that is cooled down by the condenser, and that is again, or you can say, the further use for this process. How the nuclear fission and fusion plant are work, that is given. In the next video we will revise this all the chapter and also do some important question answer of these natural resources. Thank you.